Hey everyone, how's it going? Listen up, today I've got something unmissable for you. If you're tired of trying and not seeing results, stick with me here because I'm about to reveal a secret that, seriously, is going to change the game for you. If you do this, no woman will resist. That's right. And no, it's not nonsense. This is something that will transform how you see yourself and how women perceive you. It all comes down to one powerful concept, Stoicism. It's going to give you that confidence you need. So you already know, right? If you do this, no woman will resist. And of course, if you like this content, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Let's dive into this secret that will have everyone wanting to know more about you. He creates a scarcity effect. Listen to this, bro. This trick here could change the game for you in ways you can't even imagine. Did you know the thing that messes with a woman's head the most is simply the fact that you're not available all the time? It triggers a lot of things in her mind, and honestly, she doesn't even realize it. Here's the secret. Anything that's too easy, we don't value as much. And with women, this is more true than you think. If you're the guy who responds instantly, texts every day, is always available, and dedicates 100% of your attention, thinking, that'll make her like you more. Believe me, it won't work the way you expect. She'll start thinking it's too easy, there's no challenge, no excitement, and will start pulling away, even though she doesn't quite know why. It's not because she's cold or bad, it's just because there's nothing left to conquer. Now here's the hack. When you disappear every now and then, show that you have your own life, that you have a bunch of cool stuff going on, and you're not sitting on your phone all day waiting for her message. My friend, that's when the game changes. Her brain starts getting all confused. She starts thinking, why isn't he chasing me like all the others? Does he have other options? Am I the one who has to chase him now? That's when you get into her head, and without any effort, just by not always being available. But hold up. Don't just disappear randomly and leave her wondering where you've gone. The secret is balance. You need to be present enough for her to remember you, but never too much to seem needy or desperate. If you act like that predictable guy, always there, always available, that's when you'll be treated like everyone else. When you're around all the time, she'll think you've got nothing in your life except her. And dude, that loses its value. Women want a challenge. They want to feel like they have to win you over. They're attracted to men who have self-worth, who aren't desperately seeking validation at all costs. Now think about it. Do you want to be the guy who's always there waiting for her approval, or the guy she's going to think, wow, why isn't he giving me attention all the time? Women like men who have their own lives, who don't need them to feel complete. That's the big secret. When you show that your life doesn't revolve around her, but still make her feel unique when she's with you, that messes with her mind in an incredible way. And here's the key. It's not just about disappearing and hoping things happen. It's not that. You need to show that your life is just as interesting as hers. And when you're with her, make her feel like she's special, but never in a way that she thinks you need her to be happy. That's what will really mess with her. But bro, let me tell you one thing. If you know how to balance this, it will be impossible for her to forget you. Women like men who don't depend on them for happiness. When you're that guy who has a good life, full of purpose, and doesn't make her a priority all the time, she's going to see you as different from all the other guys. And with that, her attraction to you will just grow. She'll start asking herself, does he have other options? Do I need to chase him? And guess what? At that moment, my friend, you've already won the game. Now tell me, honestly, do you want to be the predictable guy she sees every day and slowly becomes just another on her list? Or the guy she can't stop thinking about and wants to keep around at all costs? That's the secret. Use this tip. Apply it in your life. And get ready to completely change how she sees you. And don't worry, the next point is going to be even crazier. 2. He's emotionally challenging. Now, my friend, pay attention. If you really want to stand out in a woman's eyes, don't be predictable. What does Stoicism teach us? Control over emotions, resistance to pressure, and above all, the ability to provoke reflection in others. Women don't connect with logic. They connect with emotion, and that's exactly where you have the power to change the game. If you become that guy who always says what she expects to hear, who never challenges her, who doesn't make her smile with something unexpected, you'll become boring. And the worst part? Forgettable. Now, if you know how to give unexpected responses, how to joke around, how to challenge her in a light, fun, and intelligent way, you'll light a spark that'll be hard to put out. Imagine this scene. She says, "Wow, you disappear." And instead of falling into the trap of giving a simple, predictable response, you hit her with, "Well, I thought it was forbidden to get addicted to me. Already missing me?" That's a masterstroke, my friend. Instead of just filling the empty space with words, you make her laugh, you make her question things, you emotionally challenge her, and that's the essence of the game. Stoicism teaches us that often, true wisdom comes from calm and control, but also knowing when to act at the right moment. Here, the secret is to be unpredictable, to be the kind of person who makes her ask, "What's he going to say now? What's he going to do next? Am I missing something?" When a woman starts asking herself these things about you, she's already emotionally hooked, but she doesn't even realize it. Now remember this: emotion is the key to true engagement. If you're always predictable, she'll never care. But if you challenge her in a subtle, intelligent way, she'll start realizing that you're a different man. Someone who makes her feel something deeper, something she doesn't find easily elsewhere. It's like Stoicism teaches us. Don't stick to the obvious, the expected. Be the guy who brings something new, who challenges expectations, and who at the same time maintains emotional stability. Show her that you have control over your emotions, but at the same time you know how to stir hers in a strategic, intelligent way. And here's a key lesson: be the challenge, but wisely. Don't be cruel. Don't be overly disinterested. Just don't be predictable. Make her feel like you have so much more to offer than she imagines, but that, at the same time, you don't need her to feel complete. When she realizes you're someone who controls himself, she'll start wondering how she can connect more deeply with you. So, as a Stoic, you don't get swept away by her emotions, but you know how to provoke them in a way that makes her realize how unique you truly are. Once you start applying this strategy consistently, you'll see that she won't be able to stay away from you. Curiosity will take over her, and before she knows it, she'll start seeking more of you, wanting to understand how you manage to provoke all that in her. Now, if you start applying this in a smart and balanced way, you'll see the results. If you become that emotionally challenging man, someone who knows how to mix control with intelligent emotion, you won't just be another guy, but the man she can't forget. He exudes confidence and control. My friend, pay attention, because now comes the real secret. Self-confidence and self-control are absolutely essential. This has nothing to do with being arrogant, bossy, or wanting to control everything around you. Not at all. It's about energy, posture, and attitude. Women, no matter how hard they try to hide it, can sense from a distance when a guy has control over his own life. And that's what truly makes the difference in attraction. Have you ever noticed those guys who walk into a room and, without making a sound, without needing to shout or show off, just command respect. They have that natural magnetism. They don't need to say anything to get attention. They're not trying to prove anything to anyone. They know who they are and what they want. That, my friend, is what creates an aura of confidence that effortlessly draws people in, and no woman can resist that energy. Now, I know many guys do the opposite of this. They get desperate to please, force themselves to change their opinions, try to mold themselves to the woman's liking, tiptoe around to avoid losing the chance. Man, this kills attraction immediately. Women can tell when a guy is nervous, insecure, or begging for approval. And the worst part, she doesn't realize it, but she starts losing interest. She feels that you're not in control, and that pushes her away. When you have confidence, when you speak calmly, make decisions with confidence without hesitation, aren't easily shaken, and most importantly, don't depend on her validation to feel good. That's when the game changes. Boom. You transform into a man she admires and desires. Because listen to what I'm going to tell you. Women want to trust the man they're with. They want to know that if the world falls apart, you will remain steady. If things get tough, you won't panic because you know what to do and have direction in your life. That's what creates an emotional foundation, something she needs to fully open up. She wants to feel protected, and when you radiate that confidence, she feels safe. Now, if you're constantly trying to please her, always changing your mind, being indecisive or emotionally fragile, you'll just become another guy who doesn't inspire her security, and that's exactly what she doesn't want. So here's the main point. Stop trying to please all the time. Have your own opinions, make decisions firmly, and above all, trust yourself. It's not about being perfect, but about knowing who you are and keeping control of your life. That's what makes you stand out. Whoever masters emotional security masters the game of seduction. When you're at that level, she will realize that you're the type of man she can trust and rely on, and her desire for you will grow exponentially. That's the secret to true seduction, my friend. Confidence and self-control are the foundations. The rest is just a consequence. If you internalize this and live by it, you will be the guy she wants by her side, no matter what happens. He knows how to make her feel special, but without being needy. Now let's talk about the most important point and at the same time the biggest mistake most guys make. How to make a woman feel special without being needy. Believe me, this is one of the biggest challenges for those who really want to win and keep a woman's interest. The line between being needy and making her feel unique is razor thin, and the secret is understanding the difference. I'll tell you a brutal truth. If you think you need to constantly tell her how much you like her, compliment her every 5 minutes, send endless messages, reply immediately, try to prove all the time that you care, you're going to suffocate her. Women don't want a guy who seems to depend on them all the time to feel good, and even less someone who has no life of his own outside of her. That, my friend, not only doesn't attract but pushes her away. What happens is that at first she might like you, but this excess of attention will make her distance herself without even realizing it. And believe me, she'll distance herself, precisely because there's no space for her to feel the desire to be with you. So what's the secret? It's simple. A woman wants to feel special, but without feeling like you're desperate for it. The guy who knows how to do this is the one who compliments at the right moments, notices the little details no one else does, but also has his own life, his own goals and interests. Because listen to this. A man who has his own world is a man who attracts. When you show that your life doesn't revolve around her, but at the same time you make her feel unique and important when she's with you, that's the perfect balance. Now, I know many guys make the mistake of giving generic and predictable compliments like, "Wow, you're so beautiful," which, let's face it, anyone can say. Not that this compliment is bad, but it's shallow. What will really make her feel special is when you notice things about her that no one else does, and give compliments that show you're truly paying attention to her. Something like, "I love how you touch your hair when you're concentrating," or "The way you tell stories makes everything more interesting," has much more impact. These compliments show you're not just trying to impress her with empty words, but that you truly appreciate what makes her unique. Additionally, it's not just about complimenting. The secret lies in posture and the way you handle the interaction. You can compliment well, but at the same time, show you have your own life, that you're not always available, and that you're not constantly chasing her. This creates the emotional attraction she's looking for. You can't be the guy who disappears completely and gives no attention. But you also can't be the one who's always available, as if your life revolves around her. The key is balance. When you can naturally balance this, you become the guy she can't forget. You create a strong emotional connection, something very few know how to do properly. You make her feel special without seeming like you need her approval to feel happy or complete. You become the guy she wants to be with, not because she needs to feed your ego, but because she genuinely enjoys your company. So, here's the rule. Stop trying to please all the time. Stop being that predictable guy who always gives the same obvious compliments and start being the guy who really makes an impact. Make her feel unique in the details you notice about her, but without exaggerating, without being clingy. Be the type of man who knows how to show interest without looking like you're begging for attention. When you get this formula right, trust me, she won't just remember you. She'll want to be closer to you. This is the power of creating attraction without desperation. And whoever can do this, my friend, enters the exclusive group of desired men. He has a purpose bigger than her. Now, my friend, let's talk about the most powerful secret when it comes to being an irresistibly attractive man. Having a purpose bigger than any relationship. And let me tell you something. This is pure attraction. Women admire a man who has direction, who has a strong goal, who is on his own journey of growth. The biggest trap many fall into is believing that, to win a woman, they need to make her the center of the universe, revolve everything around her. But that, instead of attracting, does the opposite. It repels. Listen carefully. When you put a woman at the center of your life, when everything revolves around her, what happens is that she realizes you don't have anything else interesting besides her. And that creates the biggest mistake possible. Disinterest. Because a woman doesn't want to be with a guy who has no life of his own, no ambitions of his own. She wants to be with a man who is growing, who has a purpose bigger than any relationship. If she sees you only exist for her, that your mood depends on her, that your plans revolve around her approval, she'll lose respect for you. And without respect, forget it. Attraction fades quickly. Now, the man who has a bigger purpose is the one who has vision, who knows what he wants from life and is going after it. It could be a personal project, a dream, a career, or simply becoming the best version of himself. This guy is different because he has something that motivates him beyond a relationship. And that changes everything. Because a woman looks at him and thinks, wow, this guy is amazing on his own. He doesn't need me to feel complete. I want to be part of his journey. When you have a bigger purpose, you don't need to constantly prove you're a valuable guy. Your lifestyle already says that. You're not there desperate for her attention. You're not sending messages all the time. You're not waiting for her approval to make decisions. You're living your life according to your purpose, and she realizes that to be by your side, she needs to be a woman who adds, not defines you. But, attention, having a bigger purpose doesn't mean ignoring the woman or treating her badly. Nothing like that. It simply means you have balance. You value the woman, but without giving up on your own goals. And that creates an automatic reaction in her. She starts respecting you more, admiring you more, and most importantly, she starts to feel like she needs to win you over too. When a man has a strong purpose, he exudes confidence, security, and determination. That's magnetic. Women feel that energy. A man who knows what he wants and is going after it has a different glow. He doesn't need games or tricks because his lifestyle is impressive enough. So if you want to be the guy a woman will never forget, if you want to be seen as someone truly special, start focusing on your purpose now. Invest in your personal growth, in your dreams, in your goals. Become an amazing man on your own, and with that, women will want to be part of your journey. And you know what happens when you become this guy? You don't need to chase women because they'll want to chase you. A man with a strong purpose, with something bigger in life than just a relationship, is the type of man a woman never wants to lose. 99.9% of women give in when a man does this. So my friend, did you get the power these actions have? The game completely changes when you know how to work with a woman's psychology. And the best part? Without games or humiliating yourself. You simply become that guy she doesn't want and can't forget. So let's put this into practice. I want to know what you think. Comment below which of these insights made the most sense to you. And hey, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friend who keeps messing up with women, and of course, subscribe to the channel. I'm always bringing the craziest secrets of female psychology, so turn on the notification bell because there's more in the next video. And you can trust me, use this trick and even married women will feel attracted to you. I'll see you in the next video. And hey, my friend, did you see? If you do this, no woman will resist. That's right. All you need is to have that purpose, know how to make her feel special without being needy, and of course have a life of your own, full of goals and ambitions. The key to attraction is right there, in the perfect balance between being interesting and not depending on her to be happy. Now, if you liked the video, you know what to do. Leave a like, share it with that friend who needs this touch, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next content. Because, if you follow these tips, you can be sure that, in the next video you'll learn even more secrets that will make you irresistible. And don't forget, if you do this, no woman will resist. I'll see you in the next video, okay? See you then.